Okay, I want to look at, this is activity 13.7a from your Spot On. Question 1's quite straightforward, but I just want to have a quick look at question 2 and at question 3. Okay, so question 2, let's do 2b. It says, what is 60% of 150? So now you know that if you see 60%, it really means the fraction 60 over 100. So we write 60% as 60 over 100. And then of means multiply. So we multiply by 150 over 1. So now we can simplify this. 60 divided by 10 is 6. 100 divided by 10 is 10. Okay. And then look, I've got 150 and I've got 10 on the bottom. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. 150 divided by 10 is 15. So I'm left with 1 times 1 on the bottom, which is 1, and 6 times 15 on the top. So 6 times 15, I think, is 90. Okay, so let me do another one so you can see that again. So let's do number E. It says 45% of 320. So we're going to go 45 out of 100 times 320 over 1. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to divide 320 by 10 and I get 32. I'm going to divide 100 by 10 and I get 10, because now it's fine if you divide the top and the bottom by the same number. Okay, so now if I have a look at my numbers, I've got 45, 32, and 10. So I'm going to divide the 45 and the 10 by 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 45 divided by 5 is 9. So now I'm left with 9 times 32 over 2 times 1. So let me get rid of this 2 on the bottom. I'm going to say 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 32 16 times. So now I'm left with 9 times 16. So 9 sixes are 54, carry the 5, 9 times 1 is 9, add 4. My answer is 144. So that's how you do number 2. You take the percentage and you turn it into a fraction, and when you see of, you multiply. So now I want to talk to you about this next one because it's a little different, okay? It says write as a percentage. So this question is actually asking you, like when you get marks at school, how would you write your marks from school as a percentage? Okay, so normally in a test you get like what, 25 out of 30, 20 out of 30. You have to convert it to a percentage. So let's look at A. When we see this of here, this actually means we've got 40 out of 320, and we must multiply by 100 over 1. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say 40 divided by 10 is 4. 320 divided by 10 is 32. Now 4 times 8 is 32, so I'm going to divide the top by 4, and I'm going to divide the bottom by 4, and I'm going to get 8. So I'm going to be left with 1 times 100, which is 100 over 8. Okay, so let's have a look here. What is 100 divided by 8? 8 goes into 10. Remember, we can write any fraction like this, yes? So this is what I'm doing. Or I can do it like this if you want, 8 into 100. So 8 goes into 10 once, so 1 times 8 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. Bring down the 0. 8 goes into 20 2 times. Okay, so 8 2s are 16. 20 minus 16 is 4, so I'm going to put a comma here. I'm going to put a naught, and then I'm going to bring down this naught to over here. So 8 goes into 40 5 times, and then I'm finished with my fraction here. So 100 divided by 8 is going to be 12,5, and remember, I'm writing this as a percent, so it is 12.5% like that. Now look here, you've got to be careful on number G here. Look at number G here. it says write as a percentage 50 cents of 2 Rand 50. The problem here is that 2 Rand 50 is in rands and 50 cents is in cents. They are not the same unit. So if you ever want to write something as a percentage, the top and the bottom must be the same. So I'm going to convert this all to cents. So 50 cents, 2 Rand 50. There are 100 cents in a rand, so 2 Rand and 50 cents is 250 cents. So now that my units are the same, I can say 50 over 250, and if I write it as a percentage, remember a percentage is just a fancy fraction, so I multiply by 100 over 1. So I'm going to divide the top by 10, gives me 5, the bottom by 10, that gives me 25, and then I say 5 and 25, 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 25 5 times, so then I've got 1 times 100 is 100 over 5 times 1, which is 5, so 100 divided by 5 is 20. So 50 cents expressed as a percentage of 2 Rand 50 is 20%. Okay, so I think you can do the rest of them by yourself. 45 cents of 3 Rand 60 becomes 45 over 360, and 84 cents of 2 Rand 80 becomes 84 over 280, and to turn them from a fraction into a percent, we multiply by 100 over 1.